sir.
Dead don't like it, never did.
Something's wrong with that kid.
He's a teen-smoking alcoholic sociopath. You better not cross his path.
He's a teen-smoking alcoholic sociopath. Oh, not this crap again. I didn't make it.
Well, that's it for me. Where's the gun at? I'm gonna go kill myself.
Load 2 bullets.
Kevin couldn't believe what quitters his parents were and told them that if they weren't so goddamn lazy and stupid, then they could get themselves nice and liquored up by just going to a bar.
Oh, sure, in theory, that all makes perfect sense. But you knows as well as me we ain't got enough money for getting bar drunk.
It was times like that Kevin felt mostly nothing, since he hadn't really been born with emotions. Either way, he had a plan, and he figured he'd let his parents tag along because they had more smokes than he did.
Jeez, Kevin, I don't think we can afford to drink here.
Not to mention the food's more fucking expensive than a high-class Vegas whore.
May I help you?
Kevin cut in before his parents could blow the scam and told the waiter to bring them 3 pitchers of draft and 3 glasses.
Draft? How perfectly common. I'm afraid the only beer we stock is imported and bottled.
Then bring us each 2 of the cheapest one.
And perhaps an appetizer to begin with?
We's just here for the booze.
Kevin jumped in and told the waiter to ignore his father because he was stupid. Then he told the waiter to bring them 3 filet mignons with all the trimmings, a bottle of their best wine, and some ketchup, mustard, and relish.
Huh.
Uppity a-hole thinks he's better than us. I got half a mind to work him real good just to show him you can't push us Spencers around.
So what's the deal, Kevin? How's we gonna pay for this?
Kevin told his parents that they weren't, that when the bill came, they would just run.
Fuck, you's a genius.
Some genius. We's fat, and we smokes 3 packs a day each, and we's gonna be half cut. We ain't outrunning nobody.
Kevin told his mom she was wrong and that he wasn't fat.
Give it a few years. She's got a point, though.
We's fucked.
Not necessarily.
You got a plan?
No. No, I don't.
Ah, well, ain't like it'll be the first time we's been arrested. Dig in. Oh, man. I should have worn my stretch pants.
That was some good motherfucking meat.
It's called a filet mignon, you uneducated moron.
Will there be anything else? No? Good. Here's the bill.
Yeah, okay. Just give us 1 minute, please.
I believe by giving us a moment, my lovely wife meant for you to fuck off for a minute. What are we gonna do?
As near as Kevin could figure, all he had to do was run faster than his parents.
I'm just gonna use the washroom.
I also need to use.
Excuse me, sir, might this be the way to the washroom?
The only way you're walking out of here without paying your tab is by police escort.
He made me do it. I'm an abused wife.
I've seen her naked. If anyone in this relationship's abused, it's me.
Verbal abuse. See?
Save it for the police, you obese pig.
She is fat. Anywho.
You to go easy. Your body ain't used to eating good food. It don't know what to do with it.
Kevin told the bird that he knew what he could do.
Don't fat-mouth the bird, boy. You get my dander up and I'm liable to go off.
Kevin really wanted to slap the beak clean off his imaginary friend, but he couldn't quite wrap his head around how that would be possible, let alone muster the energy to drag his bloated ass to his feet to do it.
Coward!
Yo, what up with you being in our park, bitch?
Wake up, boy. There's some ruffians about.
Kevin couldn't quite make out what Alan said, so he screamed at him to screw off and go to hell.
You want me to cap him?
It was about that time that Kevin figured the voice he heard wasn't imaginary, and that he might better see what the hell was going on.
Not yet, G. Let's bully him for a while first, and maybe if you're good, I'll let you cap him.
Ooh, looks like you're in some kind of trouble now, Kevin. Whatever is we gonna do?
Kevin couldn't help but laugh at the bored middle-class kids in front of him, mostly because they dressed and acted like stereotypes of tough inner-city American kids, even though they all lived in a nice suburb in a small Ontario town.
You won't be laughing no more if you keep on laughing, you know what I mean?
Kevin said that no, he didn't know what he meant, since he had blatantly contradicted himself while trying to construct a simple sentence that would have been hard-pressed to challenge the language skills of a semi-literate 8-year-old.
Shit, what up? Yo, you all just signed your death warrant, G.
Kevin told the gang leader that when it came to violence, he pretty much figured he'd be fine. And then to prove his point, he busted him a real sweet one in the side of the neck and kicked him in the ribs on the way down. Kevin figured that ought to straighten his wannabe hip-hop ass out.
Look, man, we got no trouble. We were just looking to have some fun, that's all.
Never one to shy away from exploiting other humans for personal gain, Kevin saw an opportunity to have a few kicks and maybe make some money along the way.
That boy, Kevin. Be their messiah. Ooh, lead them to the promised land. And when you get there, don't forget to buy some more smokes. We's almost out.
Kevin told the rest of the gang members that if they really wanted to be tough and cool and have some fun, then they should come with him.
What about him?
Kevin figured the only way to deal with such an insubordinate insurgency so early in his tenure as leader was to bitch slap the other kid 3 ways sideways in front of everyone, just so they'd know who was boss.
Okay, stop hitting me. I never liked them anyway. I'll do whatever you say.
Well, this has all the hallmarks of a promising venture.
Kevin sure did like the sounds of having a group of blindly subservient minions at his beck and call. Now all he had to do was figure out how best to exploit them before they caught on. But first things first, he told them to give him all their money so he could buy smokes and a bottle of rye.
drink before you sit down?
Without.
Oh, yeah. Man, life sucks.
None of this would have happened if the goddamn government didn't control all the booze stores. We should move to Quebec where you can get booze there anytime you want, because, I mean, every corner store's got booze. Why can't Ontario be like that instead of some goddamn backward-thinking booze police state? They got no right to tell me when I can and can't buy booze. It's my God-given right to not work and get hammered every day, and they're trying to stop me. Well, I've had enough.
But you's just one man, Percy Spencer. One fat, unwashed man. And one man can't take on no government.
Oh, I'm not gonna take on the government. I'm gonna take over the government. Percy Spencer is running for office. Just as soon as I take a dump.
What exactly are you running for?
Usually the nearest liquor store. But I kid. I want to run this fucking province because the guys doing it now are stupid a-holes.
You can't just decide to run for an elected office, Spencer. You have to go through all the official channels to be considered on the ballot.
Huh?
You're a fool. And don't think we don't know it was you who ruined our garden.
Gardens are for losers anyway. Look at me, I have flowers. La-di-da, I'm an idiot. Just to prove you wrong, I'm going to officially enter the election, and I'm going to win. And the first thing I'm going to do after I get booze in every store is outlaw gardens and the asshole people who think they're cool. Good day to you.
It sure was surprisingly quick and easy for you to become a political candidate. Not to mention, convenient.
Yes, and also quite fortunate that there just happened to be an upcoming election.
And while I would like to promise that no new taxes would be introduced, the reality remains that in order for our nation to sustain its current social programs, while at the same time addressing the deficit, there may come a need for increased taxes.
Blah, blah, blah.
Mr. Spencer, I remind you once again to please not interrupt the other candidates.
What, am I the only one who's sick of listening to some a-hole politician shoot his mouth off?
Quiet. Quiet, please. Everyone be quiet.
Oh, that's just typical. Tell the voting public to be quiet.
That's not what I,
Let him speak!
That's not how we do things.
Look, pal, this ain't fucking America. You can't just ignore the voters and do whatever the fuck you like and make up new rules and ignore other ones and shit just so you can fucking line your own fucking pocket. I mean, all politicians is lying assholes, but that jackhole takes the fucking cake. Fuck, and they wonder why people is all pissed off at them. I'll tell you why. Nobody likes the fucking dumbass, two-faced, lying, religious, crackpot bastard bully with his head jammed so far up the ass of every crooked son of a bitch corporate CEO and two-bit fucked up dictator that he's blind to the fact that the whole fucking country is on the verge of economic collapse. But as fucked up and as crooked as that guy is, at least he's got the common sense to let people buy booze whenever the fuck they want, which makes sense, because if ever there was a fucking guy who makes you want to crawl into a bottle for a few years and wait for the shitstorm of his stupidity and corruption to explode, it's that useless, drunk driving, draft dodging on a technicality, lying environmental rapist lapdog of a daddy's boy. That guy's the fucking Republican Party's hard on. He just goes wherever he's pushed.
This is Canada, Mr. Spencer.
I know! I'm just saying it's all.
But with respect to your policies, what exactly is the cornerstone of your campaign?
Forgetting for a minute that I don't really understand your question, all I gotta say is this. If you elect me as premier of this here province, then I'm gonna make sure we get civilized like Quebec and let every corner store in the province sell booze. Let's say it's 3 in the fucking morning and you just run out of coolies and you still want to have a few to take the edge off. Right now, the government makes sure you can't buy no more. I'll make sure you can get good and goddamn drunk whenever the hell you want.
That's it? And what about your economic policy, social programs, environmental issues?
I don't know. I'll hire some fucking eggheads who care and they can figure it all out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to the toe. Miss Newt Oshawa's there tonight, and I hear from the fella she's got a store-bought rack bigger than 2 bags of potatoes stuffed in a garbage bag.
It is the norm for all candidates to remain on stage for the duration of the debate.
Go to hell! Vote for me or go to hell!
Maybe they ain't coming. What if they don't come, huh? What then, man? For God's sake, what then?
Kevin told Alan that he'd been thinking of walruses and hadn't heard what he said. Before his imaginary friend could reiterate the point, however, Kevin's posse of semi-privileged suburban kids who didn't have the balls to play for big stakes showed up.
Here's your alcohol, Kevin.
Kevin wasn't too happy with the haul since it was only enough to blind him from the harsh realities of his life for a day or so.
That's all my parents had in their liquor cabinet. Sorry.
Kevin told the boy to never, ever, under any circumstances, interrupt his drinking again.
It's just that, well, we were all kind of hoping to, do gang things, but all you seem to want to do is to have us steal alcohol from our parents, then stand around watching you get drunk.
So what is we gonna do with these here morons?
As near as Kevin could figure, the best way to see if they had the stones to be a real gang was a good old-fashioned fight with another real gang, like some hardcore bikers, for instance.
We ain't gonna fight though, is we?
Of course not, Kevin said. They were just going to stand back and watch these idiots get their asses handed to them.
Ain't that gonna wreck this here free booze pipeline?
Yes, said Kevin. Yes, it would. But sometimes you had to make personal sacrifices in order to watch people get savagely beaten.
Good evening. I'm Terence Blomley with an update of tonight's election results. Joining me to offer his insight and keen analysis is journalist and political commentator Andrew Littlecock. Mr. Littlecock, what an unfortunate name. Any surprises so far?
Obviously, with less than 50% of the polls showing so far, it's too early to make any bold predictions. But I will say this, Percy Spencer has struck a chord with the public.
What's it, me?
Don't you remember you was running for premier of the province?
That doesn't sound like something I'd do.
Well, you did.
Shut up, I want to see if I'm gonna be famous.
Does Percy Spencer actually have a shot at winning this election?
From what I'm hearing, this may be the closest election in history. Clearly, the voting public is fed up with the status quo of government, and I think that they are voting more for change than the actual candidate in question.
Let's talk hypotheticals. If Mr. Spencer should win, what would his government look like?
Well, if his one and only appearance is anything to go by, unwashed and ravaged by years of substance abuse and a poor diet.
You mean there's really a chance you might win?
Yeah, I guess. I don't care. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just sat down 6 hours ago. What the hell is going on?
Mr. Spencer, the polls are only open for another 2 hours. Do you have any last-minute words to constituents who still haven't visited the polls?
Look, unless you're here to visit my poll, you can piss off my goddamn property. I'm out of the race.
You heard it here first, folks. Frontrunner Percy Spencer is withdrawing from the race, potentially turning his back on a 6-figure salary and all the perks and fringe benefits of being premier of the province.
Hey, hang on. 6-figure salary. I changed my mind.
Mr. Spencer, can we come in? I'd like to film you while the results come in and get a sense of your home life. I think our viewers would love it.
Sure, I'll be the one on the couch.
What do you have in mind, Kevin?
Kevin told his gang to relax and that he was going to go inside and get a gun he'd agreed to buy.
A gun? Isn't that dangerous?
Kevin told him that if they wanted to be a real gang, then they were going to need a gun. Then he told them to all wait in the alley behind the bar, and he'd be out in a minute.
Did you get it? Can I see it? This is so cool!
Kevin told them if they really thought they were a gang, then he had something even better for them than a gun. A savage dose of reality.
I hear you guys think Harleys are for faggots.
Kevin figured that ought to teach him to co-opt another culture's stereotype.
Well, the polls have closed, and with all but one district reporting, we have a virtual tie. What do you make of this, Andrew?
This race is tighter than a...
Hang on, I'm sorry to interrupt. I've just gotten confirmation that the final numbers are in and the incumbent has won. Percy Spencer, the grassroots champion of the common man, has lost the election by 2 votes, making this the closest election in the history of democracy.
Well, that's that. I'm going to the toe.
Mr. Spencer, how does it feel to have come so close to your dream?
Well, you win some, you lose some. Quite frankly, I stopped giving a fuck a long time ago. Just think what the outcome would have been if me and Fatty had voted.
But if you 2 voted, you would have won. You would have been premier.
Yeah, but I would have had to get off the couch and go to the school gymnasium around the corner, stand in line, listen to people like you. The place ain't licensed. I made my decision and I stand by it.
But the taxpayers would have paid your salary.
They already do, baby. They already do. Oh, that's just perfect. Now I'm never gonna find out who wins.